Hello fellow makeup lovers, how are you guys doing today? So I'm pretty excited for this video because we're going to be doing indie makeup releases, just talking about new releases on the indie market and then the mainstream market at the end and just how I feel about them. Although I guess I could just start off by saying normally like it's like, you know, like the whole thing is like buy or buy, B-U-Y, B-Y-E, and I just haven't been that into buying makeup recently. I'm doing pretty good. So pretty much everything is a BYE. But there are things I'm interested in and intrigued by, but I'm just not buying them right now. So anyways, this series is inspired by Aniela Kanikis and Samantha March. I'll have both their channels linked down below, as well as the Community Will I Buy It playlist and all the Instagram accounts that I use to make this video happen every single week. So let's just go ahead and jump right on in. Alright, so first we have a new product alert, and this is from Give Me Glow Cosmetics, and they did a little sneak peek that they are going to be coming out with liquid liners, which I think is pretty exciting. The packaging that they're showing in this picture is just tester packaging, so it's not what it's gonna look like when it's finished, and I do actually really like that the matte color. It looks to be like an olivey liner, and I think that looks really cool, but I'm personally not great at liquid liner or any type of liner in general, so it's not something I see myself purchasing, but I think it's cool that they're coming out with it and that they're continuing to expand their line. They also just did an announcement, this is kind of off topic but not really, that they are going to be changing up their production or something along the lines to where they're going to be making shadows a lot faster, which is really good news because they're constantly like having to restock things and it's always out of stock, and it's like it would Give Me Glow I feel like that's the main complaint everyone has, is when you want something it's hard to get. So I think that's really exciting and I'm very happy for them. So next we have seen two reveals for the new coffee collection from Midas Cosmetics. This first one here is the green tea macchiato quad, and I think it looks really nice actually. I think it's a nice mixture. There's like kind of like a mustardy brown, a neutral brown, oh gosh, kind of like a coppery greeny bronze shimmer, and then a dark matte green. So I really do like that combination. It kind of reminds me of like a mini little filtered version of the Natasha Nona Gold palette. Definitely not something I need. I don't need a quad of that, but I do like it. And then they just revealed, like not even that long ago, like an hour ago, the new pumpkin spice latte quad, which is kind of exactly what you would expect a pumpkin spice latte quad to be. It's got some really nice, warm, rich tones. Again, 3 mattes and 1 shimmer, and I think it looks really beautiful. I feel like you hear coffee collection and you just think like coffee browns, and that's it. But so far I like the twist that they're putting on it. I like where they're going with it, so I'm really curious to see what the other 2 quads will end up being. And then next, I feel like I'm just breezing through these. Amy Hearts Beauty has revealed the first part of their Halloween collection, and it's basically all multi-chromes from what I understand, and they're $10 each, I think, for the pressed pans, or no, $12 each, and then if you buy them in bundles that makes them down to $10 each. And they do have different versions, like I think that you can also buy them in like loose version as well, so I think that's really cool. And I like the idea of multi-chromes, but I just feel like I'm overwhelmed. Like I just got my order from Cleona Cosmetics for the stained glass collection. I haven't even used that much, so for me this is a pass right now, just because I feel like everyone has come out with their own versions, and even though I'm excited about it, like I think like the different colors look really beautiful, like especially You Know Me looks like everything, the pink to the green shift, you know, that gets me every time. But I don't feel like I need to purchase anything basically. And then going on from there, speaking of everyone and their mother having multi-chromes, is the new Luxe Beauty Shifting Shadows, and these are going to be $10 each, or a bundle of 5 for $40, and I was kind of shocked that Looxi is doing these, just because they try to keep their prices very, very, very low, and they've done some other really, really intense shadows for super cheap before. I know I'm not complaining at all about the price, because $10 is still a really good price for this type of product. I guess even though $10 is a good price, it felt like a lot for them just because all of their other prices are so low, like $2.50 for single shadows that are amazing, bomb.com. But I get it, like that's what the ingredients cost. I look at the colors and I really like them, and I think they look beautiful, like shifting multi-chromes, like they look amazing. It's just I have other things like this already. So for right now, for me, I think it's a pass. They still have to reveal one more shade, but I'll try and do some type of something on screen so you can see all the different ones that they've shown so far. All right, next is from Strobe Cosmetics, and this is the reveal of all 12 shades in their new Arcana palette. And I'm very curious to end up seeing what it looks like in the actual palette, but just looking at the colors, I do think that this is pretty. I like the mixture that's going on here. I feel like this is an interesting, dark, grungy, neutral palette. I mean, not exactly neutral. It does have like some colors in there, like the cool tones, blues, and I don't know. I do like it. But I don't feel like that pull, like that I want to purchase it. Maybe I'll feel differently when I see the way it looks like in the actual palette. But right now, I feel like I could probably dupe this very easily. So I think I'm going to pass. Alright, so next is some new shades from Luxe Beauty, and the shades Amplify and Nuclear are like trichromes or something, sparkling trichromes, and I really do want to try their version of the formula, and I'm curious about it. They have a bunch of different colors, and those two in particular look really beautiful. They look very like right up my alley, although I haven't purchased them. And then all the other shades are actually from their eyeshadow palettes, the one second. The other shades are actually from their Something Fun and Something Gorgeous eyeshadow palettes, which I already have. They've asked people to vote, and they made a certain selection of them into singles, the ones that people wanted to see the most, which I'm really excited about because this shade right here, Boombastic, is really, really cool, and it's the one that I feel like so many people wanted this palette for. So there's what it looks like. It's like a lavender gold duochrome. So there's Boombastic. It's a really, really beautiful color. I really enjoy it, and I'm so glad that it's going to be available as a single now. And then from here, let's see. I can just swatch them for you guys real quick since we're already here. They have the shade Doll, which is this middle one right here. I'm actually really not a fan of the mattes in here. This one was okay, but I just felt like overall that looks a lot like Crossroads from Lethal Cosmetics. I'm not a huge fan of their matte formula just because I feel like it's a little too sheer for me. And then also Snack right here, this orange is a really beautiful metallic. And then also this shade Squeeze will be available as a single. I personally wouldn't recommend this one just because I feel like it is such a sheer peach. Like, it's almost nothing. I don't think that's going to show up on a lot of skin tones. And then this pinky one right here called Red Hot, which is nice. It's kind of like a really deep metallic pink. So there are the 5 shades from this palette that'll be available now. They're already up live. Oh gosh. Sorry, I just realized this one too, Bangin', is also going to be available as a single. And it's like a really nice bright coral. It's kind of hard to swatch because mine is a little broken. But there's what Bangin' looks like. And then from the Something Fun palette, there's just 3 shades in here. This one is Hizzle, Savage, and Bang On are all going to be available as singles. I wasn't originally planning on swatching all these, but hopefully it was a little helpful. So that's not the best swatch, but I actually do really like that dirty green color. So those are all available now, and in case you want to buy any, I do have an affiliate code with Luxe Beauty, which is AMYLOVES, and it saves you, I think, 10% off or 15% off. I can't remember exactly, but it'll save you a little bit of money, and I do make a small commission. All right, next is the Volume 2 Norvina palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I was definitely really shocked when I saw the teasers for this. Like, I'm kind of blown away. I can't believe how quickly they're releasing palettes. I've said it before, I'll say it again, I think it's very disappointing, and from what I've seen, there's rumors that there's going to be a Volume 3 as well, which I feel like is so much, like 3 $60 palettes within a few weeks of each other, if the Volume 3 does come around the same amount of time. The actual colors, I think, are pretty. I do kind of like it. I love the mixtures of the yellows and the blues and the greens. I think I would have liked it more if they didn't include the pops of pink and orange. I think if those were something else, then I would be a lot happier if they kind of stuck to that monochromatic yellow, blue, green, neutral color scheme. I could go with that a little bit more. I don't see myself purchasing this. I don't hate it. I heard that the quality was really good on the first Norvina Volume 1, but I don't need it. And I'm not like, I mean, aesthetically looking at it, I'm like, yeah, that's fine, but I'm not like, my heart doesn't get excited. I'm like, yes, I need this palette. So if I don't feel like that, then I don't really need to buy it. All right, next is the new Colourpop Lilac You a Lot. And I do really like this. I think it's very pretty. I like the soft purple monochromatic color scheme. But I'm kind of just, I feel like I want to take a break from Colourpop right now. Like I'm kind of just over it. So I do really enjoy this. I think it's pretty, but I don't know. I didn't feel the need to purchase it. I saw it. I liked it. I looked at the release date, but I was just kind of like, yeah, it's pretty. And I'll be fine without it, kind of feeling like it's okay. Colourpop does not need my $12. They'll be fine without it. So I decided to pass on this, even though I do think it's really pretty. I definitely do see a difference from the It's My Pleasure palette. I think like the overall purple tone is much different. I like it. I do, but don't need it. All right, next is the new Kat Von D Lolita Por Vida palette. And I don't purchase from Kat Von D anymore, but I just saw this and it bothered me so much. It's not, who cares about the packaging or the colors? It's just looking at like the inside of the palette. The fact that it's not symmetric drives me crazy. Like the way that the 3 shadows are on the middle row. Like if they had done like one less row, like I'll show you real quick, like done like that. And then it was like, you know, if it was symmetric then, it wouldn't bother me as much. But I was just looking through this and I'm like, but why? Like, why did they do it like that? Like, ugh, no, don't like that at all. Just the way that the packaging is. All right, last but not least is a new release from Juno Co. I don't know if it's Juno and Co. I can't remember. But they're the ones who do like that really interesting microfiber sponge. I actually have like 4 of them because they've sent me PR and they just keep sending me the sponge over and over. And I mean, I guess that's what their product is, but it's like I only use like 1 sponge every like 3 months, and I like that one. Like it's okay, but I personally just prefer a regular sponge. But anyways, they're coming out with the Moonshine Miracle Cream, and it's supposed to be a hydrating and priming skin. Oh, sorry, I don't know. Do you ever read something and you're like changing it as you go? That wasn't right. It says it's made to hydrate and prime skin to perfection, wear under makeup to create the perfect canvas, or wear alone to moisturize for natural gluey skin. Do you want gluey skin? Everything will stick to it. Glowy, dewy skin. And for some reason, this just really called to me and really caught my attention. I really like the packaging. I think it looks very cool and extraterrestrial, and I love a hydrating primer. Not going to purchase this right now just because I still have my Glossier Priming Moisturizer Rich, which is my go-to really hydrating primer. But it definitely has my attention, and if people talk really well about it, then maybe I'll end up trying it eventually. I actually want to pull it up really quick just because I'm curious. And Co Moonshine Miracle Cream. I'm curious to see how much it costs. Okay, so I'm a little bit surprised that it's $35 just because I feel like the sponges are so affordable and they have like $1 brushes on their site or something like that. Like they have super affordable stuff. So I'm surprised to see that it's $35, but I guess when it comes to skincare, it can make sense to cost more. But I don't know. I'm a little less interested. I feel like if it came between trying something new that I don't know how I feel about and buying my Glossier Priming Moisturizer Rich again for the exact same price, because that's $35 as well, I would rather go with my staple that I know I absolutely adore and love. So I don't know if any of y'all have tried this or are trying it or bought it or whatever. I would love to hear your opinion. It's vegan and cruelty free. Its 2 main ingredients are avocado oil and hyaluronic acid. So it sounds nice, but I don't think I'm going to purchase it right now, basically. All right, so that is everything for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.